2 seasons. What I'm going to do is, the first part of my poems tonight are going to focus on nature, and the second part are going to be basically about my growing up and me as a person. So with that being said, the first one is called Vernal Breath, which is essentially tied in with the vernal equinox. And a lot of my poems are very short, so I'm going to read as quickly as possible so we can hear the rest of our great poets tonight. So this is Vernal Breath. Oh, joy to hear the cardinals sing, the first tufts of the daffodil burgeon, as life begins anew. March sun reaches its zenith. Spring breezes dust themselves off as they drive northward. I breathe deep. Ice-choked streams loosen their grip. Visions of tulips in my dreams dance under golden sun-drenched skies. Gray-shrouded veil turns to a cobalt canvas. Rolling hills of heather brighten the day, sure sign of fair weather, putting to bed the harsh winter. Bells toll from the town, toll sounds of rebirth. I breathe deep. Strolling down sandy-covered pathway, clear crystal waters meet me. Tantalizing trade winds tease, seagrass that guard the dune. The feeling, the smell, the taste, sound, and sight, sharp winter's contrast, vivid colors so bright. The beauty of it all, I take a moment and weep. For the season's eternal blessing, I breathe deep. The second one is called Growing Memories. This one is reminiscing. It's somebody reminiscing through a vine and a wooden trellis in a garden. That's who this person reminisces through. In the garden, the soft evening breeze whistles through the beaten wooden trellis. I gaze upon the climbing vine, which parts from the feeble frame. Luscious green grows strong, and so does my yearning for yesterday. The days were longer, filled with innocence. Now the plot abundant with bitter, sweet memories. The vine, once a young, sprightly sprig, is now elegant. She overgrows the tired trellis. Jasmine mixed with her sensual spirit, which perfumed the air. She clung tightly to her strong, reliable foundation as the two danced together season after season. The days grew shorter as the wood grew older, and then she spread her leaves. In the garden I now stand, and the rain falls down my cheeks. A smile cracks as wide as the split in the wooden arch. The vine is still beautiful after all these years, and although worn, faithful remains the trellis. This one actually has nature's in it, Nature's Day to Remember. It's a story of 2 people enjoying the day. The mountaintop glistens with snow. She shines, such a wondrous glow. The wildflower in the field perfumes my mind, her scent even sweeter. It captivates my heart. We walk through fields of joy, pledging never to part. Called by nature to see the edge of the land, greeted by its mighty waves, how I cherish her hand as I hold it tight. Soon we'll walk along the sand and surround ourselves with the sun. Crystal blue frothy foam play against the rugged rocky coast. As her and I walk that shoreline, we laugh. We choose not to talk, but let our senses tell the tale. As we watch the milky orb rise over the blue tide in the east, the gull fly west, led by their cries. In the golden back bay lounges the sun. Weary, it rests from lighting the day. We bid farewell as the nighttime skies yield to stars that shine in her eyes. Amazing the day we spent today as we walked hand in hand. Being with her just took my breath away, and I will always cherish it. So you can't have spring without winter. This one reminds me of a February, late February evening when you look out in the western sky and you see that soft coating of snow with the purple light bouncing off of it, the pink purple light. That's what this reminds me of. My eyes trapped in the twilight winter sky, colors of abundant wonderment as I sat left alone to sigh. Pink winter clouds float in a pastel blue picture, so vivid and lively with such splendid texture. Tangled, twisted trees leave pines crisscrossing, above needle-covered frozen floor. Moon begins to shine in the east as magnificent firs sway and soar. My eyes pleasured as they gaze west. This beauty, all that matters, forget the rest. And the moon obviously shines down on all of the beauty. So this one's called Luminous, Luna, real original title. A crystal clear backdrop, one sharply painted night. The moon stands high, radiant with soft beams, illuminating your hair. Every time I see it shine, you shine in my eye. And whenever it glows onto fields of amber, I'm left to sigh. Up above, the vibrant moonlit clouds sparkle so bright. It makes the heavens so proud. Yet this celestial delight does not compare to you, for your beauty is unmatched in the backdrop of the night. Okay, that's the nature. Now, a couple of other ones I have here. This one is written for a good friend of mine who was in the armed services. He was over in Iraq for 15 months. He was 18 when he joined, and he spent 15 months as a young man over there, where he learned about what it was like to serve overseas, and he learned about himself. 15 months measured by timeless trips along scorching trails of desert. He'd guard the line for his country with brothers in the dirt. Temperatures cool as the leaf is blown in the September wind. The aircraft flown, taking him to learn about mechanics, war, and himself. Time for thoughts to collect, time to reflect. March brings winds of change, a season anew for Delta 167. Leaving with knowledge from the range, traveling 7,000 miles east, new lessons, deep breathing. Balad, Iraq, hot, dark, and dangerous. Arrival in a base called Anaconda, bed protected by bullets, sirens, and prayers. Critical ops during a critical time. Combat, survivor and rifleman skills. Unmatched, yet faith tested daily. Mortars, machine guns, and movements at night. Thoughts of home, family, and work. Soldier raised in the field, brave without fright. What he sees, hears, and feels, senses, as strong as the Iraqi Shirak wind. 15 months, measured by his calendar of return. Experiences never forgotten and good. Friendships created, so much he'd learned. A young man left with hopes he would grow. 15 months later, he returned, a hero. This next one is called 74 Innings. This was about growing up, how time never stopped. I don't know if any of you felt that way when you were younger. Time does catch up to you, but you must embrace it as much as possible. So, 74 innings. Time, it comes and leaves so damn quickly, but we always try to get more of it. I thought it was a friend. When I was younger, I had so much that I could sell it to the old lady who lived with the 101 cats at the end of the cul-de-sac. Baseball games were actually 74 innings long and lasted from 10 in the morning to 8 at night, with breaks for lunch, dinner, and ice cream trucks. My mother would scream my name, Anthony. The leaves would fall from the trees, as I would grow older. Puberty visited me, and as my voice got deeper, so did my pockets. I worked and toiled, all for the future. We're supposed to marry, or so I thought. Marriage repeated on me, like the spicy pad thai I could barely afford because of my alimony. We stop for a moment, and we think time stops with us. Fleeting moments. Chaos stops. The moment, ours. Life eventually starts up again, and we embrace it. Always remember what it left, but we can never stop time. The song Bon Jovi sang, Who Says You Can't Go Back? Well, I did go back. I went back to visit my old house where I grew up in Scotch Plains, Union County, just to see what it looked like. And in addition to that, some memories really hit me. So some of my thoughts, initial thoughts that came into my head, I just put down on paper. It's called Memorable Drive. Drove down that old block. House has not changed a bit, neither my memory. The driveway still never ends. Street hockey on it eventually did. Pathway to the old residence, made of red brick from kiln. I walk it without hesitance. Front door so red, an apple would be proud. Black shutters like ears adorn the tiny windows. Dappled willow, tall fluffy plume, streak high by the door. Birch blossom stands with May's marvelous bloom. Amber golden sun, spectacular springtime shimmer. Colors from hollyhock and lilies still paint a colorful picture. The woods still the same, with oak and spruce so tall. They kiss Scorpio's tail at night. Alas, the leaves are wizened, my beard grayer in the light. The house has not changed a bit, but I have. My memories. They are always just a drive away down that old block. And this one's called Broken Toy. My childhood toy broken, leaving imagination. Running through the old brook, I encountered elation. Met my childhood sweetheart, we walked hand in hand over grass-covered hills. I stole a kiss, so decadent, one that kills. Heart racing faster than the great ocean's tide, as the mellow moon rests upon water's edge, feelings for her I cannot hide. Clouds from afar race in, winds bring them in oh so near. Birches bend and buckle as we ran for cover out of fear. We sat in the hollow, dark, dank, and delightful. Her radiant smile warmed us. Thunderous rants piled high above the hollow, with the torrents of terrible tenor. Alas, the clouds moved along, and sunshine returned. As we exited, with shade still opaque, my love's spirit dark, black, as a 10,000-foot lake. Her mood changeable, as swift as the storm. Then without reason, she just said farewell. There I sat with broken toy, and with quite the imagination. And finally, a little lighthearted. This is for one that we all know people like this, people who are legends in their own mind. It's called You Are Legend. Rock star, superstar, desirous need to be loved by the masses. Quench your thirst indeed. You phenom, a legend in your own mind, searching for stardom. Let me know what you find. Everyone needs it, stroked, and told they're great. You're no different. Can your head fit through the door? Same stories over and over, oh, such a bore. Tell a joke, maybe that works. Whet their appetite, never mind, it only irks. All to be relevant, recognized, and great. To be popular, you're hell-bent on doing whatever it takes. Why aren't you comfortable in your own skin? Instead, you want to please with a magic persona. It doesn't come with ease. So there you are, again putting on a show, but you're forever alone, all because of your ego.